Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to day 3 of everyday uploading a video. Today we're going to be playing some Death Shadows, some Kill Fiends, a bunch of Team of Battle Rage, and Become Immense. So yeah, that is the deck. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so with this hand we have a little bit of everything. So we've got the Street Wraith and the Inquisition and the Fetch land, which is 3 out of the 4 of Delirium. Then if we draw a Mishra's Bauble, we can cast Reverse, or if we just draw a creature, we've got the Team of Battle Rage for it. I think this is worth keeping. It's really close, but I think it's just about good enough. And that might change things. We're going to go ahead and cycle the Street Wraith in response. And we get a Thoughtseize, okay. So they might take the Traverse here. They took the Thoughtseize, okay, sure. So let's go ahead, Fetch Shock, and Inquisition them. Yes, we definitely want to pay the 2 life. So they've got an Inquisition, an Assassin's Trophy, and a Fatal Push. Jesus Christ. At this point, I think we have to just take one of their removal spells if they Inquisition us. It's whatever at this point, I think. We will take the Fatal Push. So many Jund decks around at the moment. Okay, so they've got the green source. Was that what they drew, or did they have that in hand already? Okay, they had that in their hand already. The fetch played it tapped, and then they're just going to Inquisition us and take our Traverse. This is going to be one very, very slow game, I expect. And oh, we've drawn the combo, so now we just need to draw a creature and a discard spell to get rid of the removal. So we'll play that tapped, and we'll pass the turn. We could have just shocked there to try and get Death Shadow, actually. That might have, yeah, it was probably worth shocking there, actually, in hindsight. If our opponent plays Liliana here, we'll just discard a Team of Battle Rage, because then we do have Delirium. Oh, okay. So Clithus is at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. So basically, main phase 1, exile a card from a graveyard. If it was a land, you get mana, and if not, then it deals 2, gains 2. So let's go ahead and actually, I think we want to hold off on the Inquisition, because it could be 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 turns until we draw a creature. No, because if they draw a discard or something, then we then lose that one, know what they've got, and yeah, let's just get rid of the Assassin's Trophy. Pass the turn. I'm not too worried about this, the god, just yet. We've got quite a few cards in our graveyard. The draining is a little bit annoying, but it helps us enable Death Shadow anyway, so. I haven't seen this in Jund decks yet, so maybe I've just been unlucky or lucky, however you want to look at it, that they haven't drawn it or what, but yeah. So they're going to get rid of our Street Wraith, trying to disable Traverse as much as they can. Cycle Barrenmoor and play a Raging Ravine. Okay, so the card that they had in their hand originally was, so we've seen the Inquisition, we've seen the Assassin's Trophy, we've seen the Maya and the Verdant Catacombs and the Bloodstone Maya. Okay, so the last card in their hand is a mystery, I think. That's not very helpful. We'll play it out. I think the best thing we can draw is just a Swift Spear, right? With a bit of luck, we'll draw a Swift Spear, but we'll see what happens. They're going to remove a card now, which is going to put us down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in the graveyard. That'll put us up to 5, 6. Yeah, so we've got plenty of stuff to do, or plenty of mana in Delve for the combo. They're just slowly taking away all the different Delirium packages, or triggers, should I say. And they obviously didn't want to get rid of the land there because they had no use for it, for the mana. So we'll play the Death Shadow and pass the turn. This only goes to players, I believe. Yeah, just goes to each opponent. They're going to bolt it, so we're just going to fetch Shock in response. Let's go with Blood Crypts. And then they're going to Assassin's Trophy in response. No, 3 mana. Colligan's Command. Deal 2, make us discard. That seems like a terribly inefficient way of doing that. Yes, that is what they're going to do. Okay, well they know we have the Team of Outrage, so they know that we have 2, so that's not really an issue. And they've just used a good 2 for 1 to kill the Death Shadow. I guess they've killed the Death Shadow now, but that seems like a strange way of doing it. Possibly worth trying to become Immense it, but I don't think so. Okay, so they've got a Goyf, so we are very much on a clock now. Yeah, we probably should have become Immenced there just to keep it alive. We've drawn a Tarfire. That does nothing. We're going to be down to 1 health. They could Raging Ravine if they want to try and kill us. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like they're going to activate the Raging Ravine. This way, I'm just trying to work out a way if we can actually win this. So we could Tarfire the Tarmogoyf, then become Immense, but they've got instant sorcery land. Yeah, so we can't, it'll be an X4. So that is just lethal. Let's see what we can do in the board. We'll bring in the Veil of Summers and the Blossoming Defense. Take out the Mutagenic Growths and the Tarfires because they've got Goyfs, so that's not handy. It doesn't kill most of their stuff anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead with that. So we definitely want to go fast. No threats, but 3 discard spells. I think that's going to have to be a mulligan, unfortunately. I guess we'll keep this. We will ditch one of the Battle Rages. We'll get a Blood Crypt, and we'll play a Swift Spear. Unfortunately, this is probably the worst matchup just because they have so much removal and discard. It's really hard to assemble the combo. So yeah, straight away for an Inquisition, so they'll take Well, actually, to be fair, any three of these is probably a good choice here. I don't think they're sure what to take either. They've gone for the Battle Rage, okay. Well, that's annoying. Veil of Summer would be an amazing card if we had a green source. Good if they try and remove it, ask a creature. Good if they try and make us discard a card. Hopefully they're just going to play like a Tarmogoyf or something here and not make us discard another card. So I really don't want to lose the Veil of Summer. That is the kind of card that helps you catch up very quickly. And it's going to bolt it. Absolutely fine with that. As long as we can draw a green source. Not that. Oh, Liliana. Okay. We'll discard the Shadow just because we're miles away from casting it. By the time we be able to cast it, we'll have no cards in hand anyway. I think something like a Street Wraith would be fine. Yeah, that'll do. Bauble, sure. Let's see where our opponent's going to draw next turn. Ashiok. Oh shit. Hopefully they won't play Ashiok straight away. Another Kill Fiend. Okay, they're going to play the Goyf. That's much better for us. So we can, if we draw a green source, we can Veil of Summer the Ashiok. I guess we take a hit on a Kill Fiend, and again just hope we draw a green source. Okay, that'll do. So this turn we're just going to pass. If they make us discard, we'll discard a Veil of Summer, and if they play Ashiok, we will Veil in response. Inquisition, yeah, we'll have to do it in response to that then. This time we will get a green-black. Or do we want green-red? For Swift Spear we'd want red. No, we'll go with Overgrown Tomb, I think. No. So we'll go Stomping Ground. Cast a Veil of Summer. And we draw Traverse. Wow, that's very good. We'll take the 5, unfortunately. Each player discards a card. Sure. What are we getting rid of? The Traverse, I think, here, just because it's going to be too slow. No, that allows us to get Death Shadow. So what do we prefer here? A Kill Fiend or a Death Shadow? I think a Death Shadow. It's just a lot more consistent. Okay, so we draw one anyway. How do we want to do this? So we could just play the Death Shadow, but then they're going to minus using Lily. So, but then we don't. They're not lethal. We've got instant, sorcery, land, creature, planeswalker, artifact. So there's no, it's not like they're going to be able to get an extra point out of that. So I think the best case is play the Death Shadow. They'll minus Lily to kill it. We'll traverse for a Swift Spear. And try and go from there. Or we can play Death Shadow and use Veil to protect it. Yeah, we'll use Death Shadow. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that's the correct way to do this. Hopefully they'll play the Ashiok first, so then we'll get to trigger from the... Oh, went into the bat. Okay, we'll do it in response to that then. So we'll get to draw a card, another traverse. Each opponent, so it doesn't actually trigger targeting us. That's annoying. But it's okay, it's not the end of the world. We still got I'm trying to think of a way we could actually win next turn. We'd have to get like Street Wraith into Team of Battle Rage or something quite eccentric. Well, no, if they attack us. Now I don't know what to do. I think we're going to ditch the Become Immense here. Because we can always traverse for another Death Shadow and try and keep alive. They can make us sack one, but they can't really attack, because if they attack, they are very likely to die next turn. Okay. Well, that doesn't do anything, but we can traverse for a Death Shadow. So as long as they don't draw a removal spell, we are not in that bad shape. We're actually in pretty good shape, to be fair. So things that they could... Oh, how much is Croxa to bring back? 4. Holy shit, that was lucky they drew tapped land. So Become Immense, Team of Battle Rage, anything like that. Not a Thoughtseize. So escape. You may exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. It doesn't get haste though. So whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a card, Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna die to that. So we'll just attack with both. They're gonna have to block 1 and then go down to 5. That one was very long drawn out, but got there in the end. So Crocs now makes me almost want to play Leyline in the Void, but I still don't think it's worth it. I think we just run back what we played and try not to get mana screwed. Let's see what happens though. They are going to be on the play this time, which is a little bit annoying. But Veil of Summer was absolutely incredible there when it works. Yeah, we'll keep this. We don't have a creature to play straight away, but we've got a bit of hand disruption. We've got a bit of stuff to be up to. Hopefully they don't turn 1 Inquisition and get rid of our Inquisition, because then we're not up to a load of stuff. But even if they do, we've still got lands, Mishra's Bauble, and sooner or later we'll be able to play this Death Shadow. We've got 6 damage in hand straight away anyway. Oh, so our opponent didn't have the turn 1 hand disruption spell. So let's go ahead and get a black-red first. We're gonna Mishra's Bauble our opponent. Oh, but are they gonna fetch? Okay, we won't bother then. So they've got Fatal Push, Goyf, and Ashiok. Probably just want to take the Fatal Push. Next turn slam a Kill Fiend and try and get there on turn 3 or 4. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. So if they fetch end of turn, we know they're going to lose the Thoughtseize, which they choose to do. I don't know why they're doing that during their turn, unless they've got their Shadow in their deck and we just happen to have not seen it. Ooh, we drew Swiftspear, that's not a terrible draw. So we'll get a Stomping Ground this time, I think. And we are just going to play a Kill Fiend out straight away. Next time we can cast Traverse, get another land, then cast Team of Battle Rage. But I think what we're... Oh, okay, that doesn't matter anyway. This Goyf is enabling our Death Shadow very quickly now, so we've already got 4/4. What do we want to get with our Traverse? So we could get a fetch land to get shocked as well, putting us down to 6. And then our Death Shadow would be a 7/7. Yeah, because that's probably the best avenue to go through first. Unless there's anything we would rather get. Can't imagine so. Oh, we could just get another Death Shadow. Probably best just to get more land though, I think. I think we're going to go Overgrown Tomb this time. Actually, yeah. So they've got a Colligan's Command and an Ashiok. We'll get rid of the K command and play Death Shadow. So if they want to swing, they can do, but they're going to put themselves at more risk than us. They haven't cast a single hand disruption spell this time, so they don't know that we have the Team of Battle Rage, which is really good for us. They are probably just going to pass because there's nothing else they can do. Oh, is that just lethal? I think so. So we'll play Swift Spear here. So if we swing with both, they block the Death Shadow. We fetch Shock up to, that'll be a 10-10. 20, they'll take 14, 15, 16. No, they'll be down to 1. Is that right? Let's double check. So 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 will become 20. 20 will trample over for 14, 15, 16 because of the prowess. Yes, they'll be left on 1. So let's just play the Kiln Fiend. And we'll just attack with the Death Shadow. Wait, they didn't block? Oh, okay. It might be worth just attacking first, actually, just instead of just assuming where they'd block. Because I guess if they blocked the Swift Spear, then we would have had lethal. Bloodbraid is pretty good. Into Goyf. Sure. So I can't see any way how we don't kill them next turn now. That should just be game. So we will chump the Tarmogoyf, taking 3, which makes our Death Shadow even bigger, and then between these two we'll have plenty of damage. And I thought Seeds for good measure. Is it even worth doing? If we thought Seeds will go down to 1, which will make 12, 24, sure. The only way that they could win that way is if they have Gut Shot. Oh, we even knew what they had. We could have used the Team of Battle Rage on either, obviously. Doesn't really make a difference. And then, sweet. On to the next one. So this hand is incredibly land heavy, but we do have one land that can draw a card, and we've also got the Street Wraith, but I think that's probably still just too heavy. Okay, so this will do. Let's ditch the Overgrown Tomb here, I think. Just see what our opponent wants to do. So leading off of the forest into Arboreal Grazer. So I think this is like the new version of like the Azusa deck with prime time and stuff like that, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go ahead and Mishra's Bauble ourselves, see if we want to fetch or cycle Street Wraith first. Mishra's Bauble revealed. Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Not particularly keen on drawing another one. We will get a green-black source first. Cycle Street Wraith, see if we get anything. We probably should have done that first actually, but never mind. I guess not, because nothing's going to get through. And they have literally lands, and that's it. Okay. So we've got Delirium, so next turn we can just get a Kiln Fiend. And then just try and go off that way, or alternatively we can try and kill them with a Death Shadow. Depending on, I guess, what we draw next turn. If we draw a Team of Battle Rage, I think probably Kill Fiend is more likely to kill someone quicker. Yeah, let's go and get Death Shadow. So, play this, fetch Shock. We'll Inquisition first, just to see if they have drawn anything. Note they drew a Breeding Pool. No, what we should have actually done was not done anything and just reversed and played the Death Shadow. I guess it would only be a 1/1, so it's not the end of the world. Unless there's anything we would rather draw more than a Death Shadow here. Probably not. It's going to become pretty big pretty quick. We've got plenty of ways to make it bigger. Yeah, that was a big misplay of not playing the Death Shadow there, because we just lost like a turn of attacking. Bloodstone Mire is a good draw. Anything that does damage to us at this point is good. Doesn't really matter what we get. So next turn we can fetch Shock, which will put us down to 6, and we can play that as 1, 2, 3, 4. So what are they going to get that's 4 mana? Or are they just going to get prime time? So they can untap. Yeah. So they've just got prime. Oh shit, can they cast it this turn? Yes, they can. That's pretty good of them. Probably just going to try and get the Field of the Dead online. I don't know how much they try with Valakut anymore, unless they actually cast Scape Shift. Yeah, so now they are going to start getting loads of creatures in play. We're going to need a Team of Outrage to close this out, I think. Fiend is probably going to help us out here. Yeah, if we could just draw a Team of Battle Rage, we might be able to get them out in one shot. But other than that, looks like we're just going to have to try and not die. They do have the Blasting Zone to destroy a 1-drop. Will they have enough mana? How much does it cost? 3. No, so they won't have enough unless. Oh, I guess if they're playing untapped land here, they could. They could Blasting Zone for 1. Okay, Bajuka Bog, so they can't do that, but they are going to get another zombie. Yeah, the only way I think we can win this now is if we draw a Team of Battle Rage. We could go down from 9 to 7 down to 4, which put that up to a 9, 9, 9, 10, 11. That's 22. Or alternatively, the Kill Fiend might have to be the one that tries to get through. If they're just going to attack for 6 here, see what they fetch for first, because if they're like lands that deal damage from the Valor Cult, no, they can't. They haven't got enough mountains. They're just going to make a shitload of creatures. Okay. I think we just take it then. Take the damage, try and go down to 1, and try and leverage our Death Shadow. As they can't activate the blasting zone, we just have to hope we draw a Team of Battle Rage. Like, even if we block, use our Mutagenic Growth to save the Death Shadow, it just doesn't do anything. Whereas if we draw... Wait, I don't even know if Death Shadow will win. If we draw a Team of Battle Rage, probably not. We can go down to 1. So it's 12, 13, 14. And then... let's see what we get. That might help. No, that is definitely game. Even if they didn't block, we still don't have lethal. So sideboarding against them, what do we want? From this, I'm not really sure. Duress doesn't help that much. Nor does Fatal Push. Collective Brutality again is not helpful. I think we just run with our normal build and try to kill them as quickly as possible. Just try to look for like an aggressive opening hand. The Boreal Grazers are a little bit annoying early game just because they're a good chump blocker, but other than that, their early game isn't too aggressive. It's not till they get to like 3, 4 land when we need to start worrying. I think they might bring in something like Obstinate Baloth. Not really sure what they board in, to be honest. With a combo deck, it's not as easy to board. So yeah, let's definitely go first. And this hand is fine, we'll keep this. Got some proactive stuff to be doing, and if we draw a Become Immense, we've got a real quick clock. So let's go get an Overgrown Tomb. If I can make sure I get the right one. No, we did not want an Overgrown Tomb. We wanted a Bloodstained Mire. I guess I'll Thoughtseize first then. Wow, they keep that. Okay. Shouldn't have cycled that actually in case they played Paducah Bog. Shit. That's alright. So they might just lead off with Paducah Bog here, or they might want to save it for next turn. Yeah, they want to save it for next turn, okay. Oh, they've drawn Oath of Nissa. That's a really good draw for them. Hopefully they're going to find a 2-mana spell they want to cast next turn, which will put them off playing their Paducah Bog. Jadi Offshoot is... okay, cool. So provided they don't Paducah Bog next turn, we might just be able to kill them. Because because we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if we draw a fetch land, that is the combo. I guess the combo is not always lethal. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. It's pretty close if not. Yeah, I just really hope they don't play the Bajuka Bog this turn. Okay, so obviously they want to play this first, get their 1 life back. And yeah, they do want to play the Bajuka Bog. Yeah, it was definitely my mistake for cycling the Street Wraith. It might have been worth waiting till after the Bajuka Bog. But you don't really want a card stuck in your hand that's not doing anything either, so it's hard to say either way. That's perfect. If we could just draw a couple more of those. Traverse does not a lot. I think we might just traverse here just to get another card in the graveyard, hit our land drop next turn. Let's go ahead and do this first. Inquisition. So we know what they had in hand. They've cast the Oath that they had. They've cast the Jadi Offshoot. I think there's not much point in casting it. So next turn, if we cast Traverse here, we'll have 1, 2, 3 cards in our graveyard. Next turn we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is exactly enough to do the combo. So yeah, let's do that. We'll just attack with both. They'll probably take the 2. Sorry, they'll probably block the 2 and take the 4. Wasn't Oath of Nissa banned in Pioneer? Which seems crazy that that card's been banned. It's a good card to be fair. And they've played Dryad, sure. So that makes all of their lands every basic land type, which pretty much is just for Valakut, which counts how many mountains you've got. So how likely are we to kill them this turn? If they don't block the Death Shadow, that's 4, 10, 20. So I guess we just try it. See what happens. If they don't, then we can always just Thoughtseize them post-combat. Try and get rid of the other Primeval Titan. Is that just lethal? So they take away... Yeah, that should just be lethal here. Nope, because we are 1 short for the delve. We could just cast Become Immense or just cast Team of Outrage, but I think we're just going to go main phase 2 Thoughtseize, see what they've got, and then possibly Inquisition. So they are going to fetch here just so they get the life back from it. Yeah, so if the land that we'd gotten from Traverse was a fetch, obviously it couldn't have been, but if it had, or if we'd drawn a fetch land, we would have had lethal. But that is not the way it's gone today. So let's go ahead, Thoughtseize them, see what they've got. We know they've got a prime time. Now in hindsight of doing that, I realise I should have just done this first, but... And then Explore, which we might as well just take with the Inquisition. And they're pretty much at the mercy of the top of their deck. So So we knew they had that, and they have one mystery card. And we are just going to entirely go for it. I can't think of anything that they could have. Yeah, there's nothing I can think of. But which one do we want to pump? Probably the Swift Spear, right? So that'll go from 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Yeah, let's do it on the Swift Spear here. Shit. When does Team of Battle Rage Ferocious work? Okay, well, let's find out. I'm hoping upon resolution. Let's find out. Yes, it is. And let's fetch shock just for some extra damage. Sweet. And onto the third game. So they're going to be on the play again. The discard is quite handy against their deck because they've got so many lands, and they have to keep it with lots of lands, I guess, because they've got things like Arboreal Grazer. So that is quite common for them. Not sure if we want to keep these or put these Fatal Pushers in. They stop all the 0/3s, which is not ideal, but it does also stop the Dryad. So there's the 2/4 that makes everything every land type. Not sure how much of an issue that is. And Veil of Summer does nothing, so we're not going to bother with that. Now we're just going to go same thing again. This hand looks sweet. We'll do this 3, 6, 7, 8. So on turn 2 we can play a Death Shadow, and then turn 3 we'll play the other one. It's a little bit slow just because the Death Shadows are going to be so small, but as soon as we draw like a Street Wraith or something like that, all of a sudden they're online. Looks like nothing on turn 1. They could also have Veil of Summer as well, which is worth remembering. Let's cycle this. Another Thoughtseize. Okay, I'm going to choose the Thoughtseize over Inquisition first. Actually, or do we just Inquisition first? Okay, yeah, let's Inquisition first actually, because if they Veil of Summer, we'd rather them stop Inquisition. I guess we just take Explore. What did our opponent's mulligan to? Pretty low, right? 3, 4, 5? Yeah. It sucks our opponent had to mulligan so much, but that is what happens when you play such an aggressive combo deck that, like what they're playing. To be fair, with the new mulligan rule, at least you don't get land screwed like you used to be able to if you went down to very low. Let's go fetch shock. We'll go with a black red this time, which is Blood Crypt. See what our opponent's going to draw next turn. Cool. Sure. So next turn we can just go double Thoughtseize and then probably just become immense to kill them, right? So they're going to be 1. Well, we're going to take 4 down to 8. It's going to be pretty close. So they can scry, look at the top card of your library if it's a land or a creature card with a converted mana cost equal to the number of loyalty counters on Nissa. Put that card into the battlefield. Sure. I didn't even know they played this card. Played it in a 2-headed giant draft, I think, once at the pre-release or something like that. But other than that, I don't think I've ever seen this card be played. Maybe it has and I'm just not remembering it, but I can't remember that card ever seeing play. I think we just become immense here, just to get some damage in. It might have actually been better just to play the Kill Fiend in hindsight. Probably. Guess we'll get rid of the Nissa this time. Not get too cocky. Yeah, if we draw something like a fetch land, we're gonna have a shitload of damage next turn. Actually, in fact, we can just Thoughtseize them. These will both go to 5/5s, so that should just be enough. That should be plenty. Just see what they've got, make sure we're not missing anything, and then just can see. Yeah, sweet. That was really shitty. They lost the last one, but that does happen, I guess. Let's yeah, let's to the next one. So with this hand, we have no land, so that's going to be a pretty straightforward mulligan. Yeah, we will keep this, and I think we're just going to get rid of, wow, 3, 4, 5. Pretty close between Death Shadow and Kill Fiend. I think we're just going to get rid of the Kill Fiend though, because we're not going to have much left in our hand. Straight away with an Inquisition. Sure. So I would take our Inquisition, our Bauble, or maybe a Death Shadow. I think I'd probably consider taking the Bauble just to try and screw some mana. Depends what's on their hand, I guess. So I do want to go with the Inquisition. Let's go ahead. We'll Bauble ourselves, see what we've got on top. Kiln Fiend, yeah, we're not looking for one of those at the moment. Cycle Street Wraith, and we get one anyway. Okay. Let's see what our opponent's going to draw. A Blood Crypt. Sweet. We'll just pass the turn. Get to draw 2 cards. Mutagenic Growth, and then become immense. Okay. So if our opponent doesn't have enough removal, we could just steal the game straight underneath them. If they like tap out for something. And don't leave enough up. I'm going to cast Thoughtseize, which we can't stop, so probably the Become Immense this time. Because they can take 1 Death Shadow, but that doesn't change much for us. Oh, they're taking the Kiln Fiend. Okay. We drew a land. Obviously we can't cast a Death Shadow because it will die. So yeah, let's just pass the turn. If they play a creature, we can mutagenic growth for their creatures as well, just to get down to 13. But I mean, we need to get down to 12 anyway, at least. I find it strange they took the Kiln Fiend. Out of any card in the hand, I think that's probably the weakest. Okay, so they're going to go with Liliana. We are going to discard Mutagenic Growth, just because that's the least impact on this game at the moment. And hopefully we're going to draw something to do us some damage. Not another Death Shadow. We probably will just discard the Become Immense eventually. I probably will do it this turn actually. I'm not sure though. Yeah. If we're both discarding cards and we've got 3 Death Shadows, as soon as we can play them, we should be looking very good. If we drew a fetch land, we can go fetch shock and play all 3 Death Shadows in one turn. They'll be small, but at least we have something in play to pressure this Lily. That's a little bit annoying. So if we discard any, it doesn't make a difference. Unfortunately, we don't get to take the 3. That would have been nice. But that does mean they might be able to flash it back next turn. Sweet, so we'll go ahead, fetch shock. We'll get, have we got a green source yet? No, we don't. We'll get Stomping Grounds. Play both of these. We're probably going to lose one to Lily. But we don't really have a lot of choice at the moment. So they can flash back the Crux out. I don't know how that works with if we have no cards in hand. We would lose the 3 life. Okay, so that would be good for us. We draw the Become Immense. We might as well swing at their Liliana. I assume they're going to block. Yep. We want to delve as little as possible, really, because we'd like to keep up for the next one. Like, Tarmogoyf's got everything online anyway, so it doesn't make a massive difference. Yeah. Okay, so they're gonna fetch. Probably get a land, just play it tapped. So they're gonna minus here, make us discard the Lily, and then we're pretty much in a top deck war, but they have a Liliana in play. Oh, they do have the Croxer actually as well, so they've got pretty much control of this game at the moment. What are they up to? Bloodbraid Elf would be pretty good for him. Maybe they're using Crux or something, because they're doing something. Yeah, there we go. This card seems absolutely sweet, like an obvious inclusion in the Jund decks. We draw my, yeah, let's just go to the next one. So in the board we do have the, whenever we get to them, the Veil of Summers, which are going to be perfect. We do not want Tarfire. We do not want Mutagenic Growths. And we will take the Blossoming Defense instead. I don't think it's worth playing Leyline, and I don't think it's worth playing Duress or anything like that. Leyline does stop the Croxer. Slightly makes Tarmogoyf weaker, slightly makes Scavenging Ooze weaker, but I don't think it's worth losing a card over. We're going to just try and go get our creatures into play, keep them alive with Veil of Summer and Blossoming Defense. I don't know why, but whenever I rent off, I think it's called like MTGO Traders or Mana Traders or whatever it is, the place where you can rent cards, they always give me like different versions of artworks of things like Duress. It was with something else as well. I think it was a lightning bolt I was using the other day, and it gave me different lightning bolts. I know that bothers some people quite a lot. In real life Magic, that would tilt me, but luckily on Modo, I'm just so used to it. It doesn't even faze me anymore. Would you like to play first? Yes, please. So, depending on how confident we are our opponent's going to have a 1-mana discard spell, we can literally just play the Bloodstained Mare, pass, Veil of Summer, and hope to draw a land. Like, we could play the Swift Spear, but I think it's better off just keeping the Veil of Summer up and hoping they have a discard spell. So we are going to be incredibly cocky and keep this. So yeah, we're going to go play the land, pass, keep Veil of Summer up. If they don't do anything next time, we'll do something. They might suspect something. They might just think we have removal. I just really like when someone casts like Inquisition on you and you get to Veil of Summer. It just feels like a gotcha moment. Hey, there we go. So we'll get Stomping Grounds. Yeah, we'll get Stomping Grounds. Hey, and we got the land. Sweet. So then next time we can go Monastery, Swift Spear, and Inquisition. And we've got the Team of Battle Rage combo very soon. Or alternatively, do we want a double Inquisition? Well, we can't, so because we got a green-red source. We'll go black-green. Yeah. See what our opponent's got. Pillage, and is that another pillage? That is literally 2 pillages. Okay. Not sure what the hell they've brought in pillage for. Are they just trying to get us with land destruction? We could just go for the win here. It's just assuming they haven't drawn anything. yeah, if they haven't drawn a removal spell there, we do have lethal, because we've got 4 cards in our graveyard. This would put it up to 5, and then we can become immense. You know what? Fuck it. I would love to have a turn 3 win in this video, so let's see if we can pull it off. Don't get me wrong, if I was in a tournament, this is not the correct play, I don't think. But that is not what we're looking to do whilst playing online like this. I just like getting the fun kills, really. Obviously I don't play the best decks. And that should just be lethal, unless they have something which would be very, very bad. Sweet, got the turn 3 kill, just about. No idea why they've got pillage against us. This hand seems fine. Yeah, we'll keep this. If they have a discard spell, that's going to be annoying, but looks like they do. Straight in with the Blood Crypt into possibly Inquisition, sure. So they could take pretty much anything, and I don't think it'd be wrong. We've got Artifact, Land, Creature. Okay, yeah, they've just gone with the Swiss bit. So we will Mishra's Bauble ourselves first, see what we're going to draw, depend if and that will tell us if we want to cycle or fetch. Team of Battle Rage. Do we want that? Part of me says yes. We do now have Delirium, actually. So, yes, I do want that. Oh no, we don't have Delirium. Shit. That should have went to the bottom. I don't know why, but I thought that when we cycled the Street Wraith that was going to put us up to 4, but it's not, because the Swiss Spear is also a creature. So that was pretty bad. I guess we just pass. At least we get the draw from Mishra's Bauble. I did forget about that. Okay, well, it's better than another shock land, I guess, or a fetch land. Veil of Summer's a good one. So we'll play this, and gives us the option of either using Veil or using I don't even know what they call these now. Is there a name for the cycle of these? I don't even know what set these came out in. Was it like the Modern Horizons set? So they call them like the Horizons lands? Because there used to be one on its own, didn't there? If you do know what the cycle is called, feel free to leave it in the comments. Yeah, let's go ahead and Veil here. Oh, and we draw an Inquisition. So if we can get a creature, we've actually got a pretty good set of... Oh, I guess we've got the Traverse online now. We've got a pretty good setup of the combo and a discard spell. We are going to pay the life just because we want to go down in life. Another Veil of Summer, Jesus Christ. Let's go ahead. Traverse. For what do we want to go for? Swift Spear maybe, because it's got haste. Yeah, so the advantage of Swift Spear is that obviously it's got haste, whereas the Death Shadow is just going to be consistently bigger because we can fetch shock down to 11, which means it'd be a 2/2, and then we've got the Pain Land that we can keep using if we want. I think we're actually better off getting the Swift Spear though. that's going to have to get a red-black land here. So... No, we can get an overgrown tomb with it, can't we? Yeah. See what our opponent's got. They don't have any green source open at the moment. Lightning Bolt and Double Lily. Do we just have lethal next turn then? Swift Spear is 1 mana, then the Team of Battle Rage, and that's going to be 3. That'll put... Yeah, that'll be lethal next turn. Okay, so we'll take the Lightning Bolt. The Kill Fiend has been absolutely dog shit in this deck, so if I do play anything similar to this again, that card will not be in here. I expect it to be a little bit better than it was, but by the time we've used our discard spells, we're pretty much out of stuff to do. Yeah, that's fine. So that's what they've drawn for turn, so we know their hand is Double Liliana. See what we draw. Kiln Fiend. So what actually is going to be the power of our Swift Spear? 3 mana, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 mana to do all of it. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 9, 9, 9 is 18. Minus that is going to be 12, so it'd still be on 4. Alternatively, we just play the Kill Fiend and then do it all next turn. Yeah, that seems better. Doesn't matter as long as we've got a red source. We've got plenty of black and green. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to fuck it up from here. Actually, you know what? Take that all back, because I only have 1 red source. So we have to keep this Kiln Fiend alive. Luckily we've got the Veil of Summer, so if they play a Lillian minus, we just Veil of Summer. If they have a removal spell, that'll be fine as well. So if they tick up, we discard the Swift Spear probably. And that should just be game. Because I guess if they have a Fatal Push, they could respond to this. Yeah, they could have drawn a removal spell. But I think it's fairly unlikely, and also pretty risky not to try it here, because otherwise we're just giving them more turns to draw it. So let's just go for it. And worst comes to worst, we've got a Death Shadow to keep back. Sweet, so first of all we'll do Become Immense. And that will be more than enough damage, assuming they don't have anything. So the only thing they could have is Fatal Push here. Which it doesn't look like they do have. Sweet, that was game. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the games, feel free to leave a comment in the description. I always say that. Leave a comment in the comments if you want to see any other types of decks. You may notice that I am not uploading a full 5-game league at the moment. The reason for that is if you upload all 5, you tend to get some games less interesting than others. So I will tend to just upload the more interesting videos if I can do. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep seeing more videos, especially in modern like zoo style decks or aggressive decks, feel free to sub. Thanks for watching. Peace.